98% of home service business owners think that their website is going to get them more leads, and this could not be further from the truth. In today's video, I'm going to break down exactly why your Google business profile is infinitely more important than your website for actually generating cash for your business and getting more high-paying clients. So let's jump right into it. Real quick before we start, my name is Noah Igler, and I've helped over 20 plus home service businesses get more high-paying clients by appearing at the top of Google. So just so you know that I know what I'm talking about, here's a few examples of businesses that I've helped with getting more clients from Google. So here's a landscaping company. Before, they were ranking pretty much invisible on Google, as you can see. This is a heat map that shows exactly how your business appears on Google. So right here, they're ranking first, but even 2 miles out, they're ranking 12th. So they're ranking after 12 other businesses. They were invisible. And after around 3 months, or after around 6 months, sorry, they're ranking top 3. We've added around 50K in monthly recurring revenue from lawn care clients. We've got them 221 phone calls last month, and 51 people contacted them from their website. We've also worked with a plumbing company. This was in England. They were ranking invisible, and now they're ranking at the top, and they're getting an absurd amount of leads every single month. We've done it for a roofing company. They're now getting around 45 leads, but putting around 6 to 7 quotes out per month, and closing around 2 to 3 deals. Medical spa, we ranked from 0 or invisible all the way to ranking top 1, and they are getting around 50 to 55 leads every single month, converting to around 15 to 20 new paying clients. We've worked with a house cleaning company. They're now getting 143 new houses every single month, and we got them 400 calls in January. And I've also worked with multiple professional industries. So we've worked with a law firm, and we took them from 0 to 4K a month in organic search traffic. So most service businesses make this mistake. They pay a lot of money for a brand new website. And you might be thinking, why is that a waste of money? Well, it's not a waste of money if you have the right expectations. But a lot of people think, I'm going to pay for a new website, I'll get more clients, and it doesn't work that way. You see, the reason that this is a huge mistake is because your website won't get you clients. You need traffic to that site, and then it will get you clients. So let's focus on the traffic side of things. Here's an awesome website, but it won't get you clients because you need the traffic to go to it. So 98% of home service businesses neglect the easiest way to actually get that traffic or get more high-paying customers, and that is the Google business profile. So that janky little Google Maps listing or Google business profile that you probably got a few reviews on, and you set it up, but you thought it's just good to go. There's actually a lot more that can be done to it to get it ranking at the top of Google, and so you can manipulate how many people actually view your profile every month. So as you can see, here's a search result. I just searched landscaper near me. I'm based in New Orleans, Louisiana. And as you can see, 3 businesses popped up, and these are not their websites. These are their Google business profiles. So these top 3 ranking profiles in your local area appear above any websites. And so you might be thinking, my website's important. It can go in search results. Well, so can the Google business profile. It's not only for Google Maps because most people don't search there. But if you are the top 3 ranking business profiles in your local area, everyone who searches for your services will see your profile among the 2 other competitors before any websites. Why does the website not matter as much? So a few reasons. The cost of doing SEO or search engine optimization, this is the process that you use to actually rank higher in search results. The cost of doing it for your website is a lot higher than it is to rank your Google business profile. So in this video, I'm using GBP. This stands for Google Business Profile. So the second reason is the Google Business Profile comes up first in search results, as you can see up here, like we talked about. And also there's more trust signals visible on the Google Business Profile. So when I look at a website, typically you don't see any sort of reviews. These are different because these are directories, but if we look at your Google Business Profile, if I'm searching this and I see this business is 5 stars with 125 reviews, I'm going to go with them over the 3.9 star 76 review company right here. So there's trust signals built into your thing, which gives, potential clients like myself almost factors of reassurance that you're going to do a really good job for them. It is important to note that this is very industry dependent. So if you are a roofing company, you do custom home building, you're a lawyer, you're a dentist, those sort of higher ticket professional industries do take a little bit more than just the Google business profile. So if I'm looking for someone to cut my lawn, I'm just going to call the first person here. But if I'm looking for a new roof that's going to cost me 40, 50 grand even for my big old house, then I'm going to look at the website. So that is one caveat. Your website does matter, especially in higher ticket industries, but the Google business profile pretty much trumps the website in most home service industries. So how do you actually rank your Google business profile first on Google? Well, step one is to make your profile relevant. This is really important. Make it relevant to the search that people are doing. So this is the quick profile optimization checklist. First, know your target keyword. So if you're a landscaper in Austin, Texas, typically people are going to search for a landscaper, Austin TX. Whereas, if you do specifically lawn care, you're going to want to be, lawn care, Austin TX, or lawn care services, Austin TX. So know your target keyword. Then you try to use that keyword in the following places. So the title, and now one thing to note is be careful here. You can't just stuff keywords in your title, otherwise Google will suspend your profile, which is really bad. But if your business name is, Tucker's Lawn Care, and on your business profile it's only like Tucker's or like Tucker's Lawns, make it Tucker's Lawn Care because that's a better keyword. So also put your target keyword in the business description. And then also you're going to be posting 2 times a week ideally. So you can actually post updates on your profile. You're going to include a post graphic, which is ideally geotagged. I'll talk about that in a second. You're going to include your target keyword in the post graphic and in the writing or the copy of the post. And then you include a call now button as well. And then finally, you can use advanced labels. This is something that a lot of people don't actually know about or don't think works, but it's a bit of a myth, but it can help with SEO rankings. So put your target keywords in your advanced labels section. Now, add all of your services to the Edit Services tab. This is super important because what it lets Google do is essentially, if someone searches for, gutter clearing, but you're a landscaping company, if you have it in your services section and you have strong enough SEO and strong enough reviews, you could actually rank for that. And then also add new photos every single month. So just, set 30 minutes aside every single month. Collect all the photos that you and your team took that past month, upload them to a Google Drive folder, ideally geotag some of them, and then upload them to your profile. Also, add Q&As so you can actually ask questions yourself and then answer them on your profile. So ask frequently asked questions that you get a lot. You can also use keywords in those questions to help rank higher and then answer them. And then finally, geotag your images for your posts to rank for near me keywords. So obviously you can, target a keyword like landscaping Austin, Texas, but ultimately some people also search for, landscaping near me on Google. So if you geotag your images using a tool like geo.imgr.com, I'll just put that, in the description maybe, you can actually geotag your photos, put coordinates on the photos, and then it will edit the metadata of the photo. All right, next step, really, really important here, building trust with reviews. So it is pretty much common knowledge, get as many reviews as possible. But what people don't tell you is you want to get them consistently. It'd be better to get 2 reviews a month for 12 months straight than get 24 reviews in 1 month, because it will show Google, you're not consistently getting good ratings and you're not consistently doing business with people. So this is super important. Also, the velocity of reviews matters just because it's important to show Google you're active. And, like I said, you're still serving customers. People are still rating you well. And then, how do you get more reviews? You got to train your team to always ask your customers for a review. So just train your team to ask the customers right after the job, hey, would you mind leaving us a quick Google review? It'll only take 2 minutes. Would you also mind mentioning the service we did for you in your review? What this does is it shows Google the services that people are reviewing, and it allows you to rank for those services when someone searches for them. And then also have your customers take a photo of your work if possible. Now, obviously, if you do like lawns, it's a lot easier. But if you're doing like intense, like, I don't know, sewer line repair work, then it's going to be a little bit less important here and less easy. Finally, respond to all of your reviews. So in the bad reviews, just say, hey, sorry about this. We're going to try to handle this offline. Just give us a call or shoot us an email, and we'll make things right. And then also you'll get some reviews from competitors that are bad. You can actually report those reviews, and hopefully Google will remove it from your profile. And then also in your response to good reviews, mention the service and location, of that work that you did for them. This helps you rank for that location on the map, which is super important when someone searches for it. Finally, building trust with local citations. So this is kind of the third step. After you built reviews and you set up your profile well, you're going to want to build trust with what are called local citations. Local citations are essentially profiles in business directories, both national, things like Yelp, Yellow Pages, but also in local business directories. So, like 512 area, local chamber of commerce, those sort of business directories. So you want to make at least 100 of these, I would say. You can do national and local, and try to make sure to use the same name, address, and phone number, or NAP, on each profile. So don't put, Tucker's Lawn Care and then Tucker's Landscaping in 2 different profiles on 2 different citations. This is going to confuse Google and actually take away your good rankings. And then finally, index the links to each citation using an online indexer. You can look up something like Speedy Index. It can help you. This just makes sure that the profiles are actually viewed by Google, and they can actually, give you the appropriate, kind of trust signals online. So, final thoughts. Your website is still important. Don't get it wrong, but it is not the easiest way to get more leads, okay? If your goal is to get more leads for your business, you want to start out with your Google Business Profile, or GBP, as it is easier to rank at the top of Google. Hopefully this checklist helps you rank your profile at the top. Note, if you are in a very competitive market, it does take more than just doing this stuff. And so if you want help with that, you can check the first link in the description. We can set up a time to speak, and I'm happy to help you out and get you ranking and get you more phone calls. And then finally, once your Google Business Profile is ranking, you should have more than enough reason to focus on your website at that point. You'll have made sales from the Google Business Profile, you have money to reinvest in the website, and then it's the appropriate time to work on your website. So, happy ranking, guys. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I will be putting out an insane amount of valuable content on local SEO, Google Ads, and getting more phone calls for your service business. And like I said, if you want my help ranking your business at the top and getting more phone calls, book a free consultation with me at the first link in the description. Take care.